Safe Self-Storage at 27th and Silver Spring offers secured units for people to store belongings, furniture, cars, equipment. But in the early morning hours Tuesday, someone heard a baby cry from inside a unit and called 911.
Police are on scene requesting a forced entry. I believe a baby is locked in one of the storage lockers.
12 News there as Milwaukee police and firefighters entered the unit. Inside, 6 kids, the youngest 2 months old and the oldest just 9. Officers say the children appeared to be asleep. The 5-year-old telling a detective, "We're not supposed to be loud." Photos from inside show the cramped quarters, a twin mattress and a beat-up sofa. Investigators also photographed a bucket used as a toilet. Detectives describing the smell in the unit as so putrid they could not remain inside, even with the garage door open.
The only light these poor children had to have was the crack of light that came through the bottom of the garage. We have your children stating that they had no food, that the only food they found was from the garbage.
A criminal complaint charges parents, Charles Dupriest and Asia Zelinsky, with multiple counts of child neglect.
Ma'am, do you understand those charges and the potential maximum penalties? Yes, ma'am.
Investigators found the parents sleeping in a Ford Expedition in the parking lot with their dog. One of the children told police she was upset the dog got to sleep in the car while she and her siblings slept in the unit.
The middle row was completely empty, and the dog had the back row all to himself as these children slept in a locked storage container with one twin mattress on the floor.
The 9-year-old tasked with taking care of his siblings, telling police he would not know how to get out in an emergency.
This is horrific. Ma'am, I see you are broken up. I hope you realize how lucky you actually are that none of these children have died.
Kendall, this is a story that's really just hard to wrap your mind around. Investigators say the family was receiving assistance.
All right, Deanna, food stamps and $2,000 a month in Social Security benefits. Mom told investigators the family had gotten kicked out of Joy House, which is a shelter for women and children. And the Milwaukee Rescue Mission did confirm they were giving the family assistance in July, but said they verified the family had permanent housing before they left the shelter. Now, both parents remain in jail tonight.
Do you see how these 2 idiots had them kids living? If they haven't figured it out by now, if you don't take care of your kids, the forces against you gonna take care of you. Ain't nothing gonna go right for you. I believe there was some drugs involved in this. Had to be. For them to have them kids locked up in a storage unit. Luckily, them folks found them babies up in there. A little bit while longer, they would have been opening that thing up to some kids that died up in the storage unit, then passed away. And they ain't got no food and all this type of stuff up in there. Some people that lost their doggone mind, man. A lot of people, I've noticed that lately. Something is wrong to where these people is losing their doggone minds out here. They don't have no morality. They don't care about nothing these days. It's like some type of, I don't know what's going on, but it ain't, all the morality is out the window. People's doing all kind of crazy stuff, mistreating children and kidnapping children and, oh man, riding around with children in their trunks, unalived. It don't make no sense, man. Now these fools, they watch too much internet with this fool on there talking about he live in a storage unit full time, but you grown if you doing that. You don't leave no kids in there. They been watching too much of this doggone internet, man. It's crazy. If the children ain't got no protection, then what do they have? They're innocent. They didn't ask to be here. None of us asked to be here, but the children, man, at least try to protect the children from this mess. We are, as grown-ups, go through enough. But for the children to have to go through what these parents, now I can see, this ain't no third world country. So that's just crazy. And they had money coming in. $2,000 of Social Security or whatever that was, and they were getting benefits, so they was getting the food stamps and all of that. Ain't no excuse for that mess, man. Ain't no excuse for them. Lock their butts up. They need to get a taste, a dose of reality. What reality is. What happens to you when you neglect and do criminal things with children. And what makes this story so bad is these idiots treated their dog better than they did their own kids. Lock the kids up in the storage unit, but keep the dog in the car with them. So they watch over the dog, but leave their kids locked away like they some type of a property that you can just discard. And another thing is, it had to be some drugs involved. These folks had money coming in. They had money coming in monthly, over $2,000. That's enough to provide food and some type of shelter for them kids. But yet and still, they chose to lock the kids up in the storage unit. So, my thoughts on that story right there is they need to get exactly what they butts deserve. And that's a long length of time in jail. You don't do no kids like that. Know what the hell wrong with these folks out here mistreating these kids like that. You can't do that. These folks need to leave them drugs alone, because drugs make you don't care about nothing. Nothing at all. Drugs will make you leave your kids on side of the road somewhere. But I'm glad none of them kids perished with their parents' stupid asses. Thank God none of them kids perished up in that storage unit. God was with them. I'm gone.